I know I'm not supposed to complain because looks like one's rights have vanished. This is the bundle which was just placed here before me. On those reports that are being read there. So while that's the kind of treatment that I get, I will not respond to that. I have already said on the 1st of June 2017, I left the employ of the South African Police Service. So when I report, the question is, what is my interest in that report? So unfortunately, I cannot assist because I don't even see the relevance of those reports to these proceedings.
Again, you could have dealt with it in less than 1 minute by saying, I don't know about these reports, I wasn't interviewed, I'm not interested. But you engage with it, and you clearly indicate that you know more than what you suggest. But I'm not going to pursue that any further.
Okay.
I asked you about the report.
I think I've been very patient. I can't continue to be attacked by the senior counsel in the manner that he is doing. I don't know who is he representing.
I'm not representing anybody. I am putting...
You are representing Robert McBride and you are representing the cabal that you are party to.
Did you mean to say the things that you are saying?
Say it was not by mistake. I will repeat. Because of what has been happening, this is not where he started. And I know why he's going on like this. I'm keeping it to myself, wanting to assist the committee so that we can go through this. But it is very clear that I'm not before the committee, I'm before council and those who have got interest.
This senior counsel is doing the work on behalf of the committee. Welcome. Honorable Nombano.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Chair, we've been observing from day one when General Phahlane appeared before this committee. Well, I'm not encouraging the remarks he has made. I think they are unfortunate. And when a witness is withdrawn unconditionally, maybe the only thing he needs to do is to correct the statement he has made. He must withdraw unconditionally. But when he is withdrawn unconditionally, there is no need for us to take the matter further because you have already played a responsibility as a chair of guiding a witness to say, this is unfortunate, we are giving you an opportunity to withdraw. Witnesses always make mistakes because that seat is very hot, Chair. Out of frustration and anger, they commit mistakes. So there is absolutely no need, unless he insists that what he is saying, what he has just said is his position and he's insisting is not going to change. Then we can take it further. But to pursue it after he has withdrawn, I think, Chair, that would be unfortunate. And lastly, Chair, because we don't want to be accused of having been part of a process which was not partial and which was not objective. If the witness is in possession of an information which suggests that the proposition that he has made against the senior counsel, he must be given an opportunity to voluntarily tender that information before the committee, so that we do not sit with a person here who does not enjoy his right as a witness on the basis that the evidence is being led by a person who has a predetermined position. So I think we must afford him that opportunity, because if really what he's saying is anything to go by, the senior counsel was supposed to recuse himself from the word go. So I'm saying let's not be too harsh to the witness, Chairperson. I think what he has said it out of frustration and anger. He must just correct the statement he has made. He must withdraw unconditionally. He must not say for the sake of progress. Thank you.
General Phahlane.
Chair, I
No,
unconditional.
maybe before you say what you want to say, let me hear Honorable Matthys.
You think you can leave EFF and continue? Thank you, Chair. Chair, it must be noted here that it appears that our response as members of Parliament to witnesses is not equal. We don't have the same energy that we've had. For example, just now, there are some members here in this Parliament, some of them were even witnesses, did not even have a reaction to that Paul O'Sullivan the whole time he's been disrespecting us. Then there are some members here that did not have this heightened sense of justice with Paul O'Sullivan. And then here we are. It's not the first time that even us as members of Parliament have had to call out the evidence leader. And I think the approach that we should have taken rather, outside of calling out our witness, was also to reassure the witness that ultimately it's not the evidence leader that is going to make findings. It's going to be us as members of Parliament. But we cannot just protect the evidence leaders on all account when we ourselves have many times have had to ask him or have had to intervene on how he's been interviewing witnesses. It's not the first time that that has happened. So for us to just come out guns blazing in protection of something that we've experienced, and if we go back to the records, we can see that it's not right. So let's also be fair to our witnesses. Yes, he must withdraw, Mr. Phahlane must withdraw, but we must not do it on an unfair basis, and we must have the same energy with everybody here, because we're also exposing our side when we are not consistent on how we address members. Thank you, Chair.
Mukhalaka.
No, thanks, Chair. I think Honorable Matthys is right. I've raised this frustration before, and I'm not a witness before you. I'm a member. But the way the evidence leader has been going on, I'm trying to even make sense of which evidence is he leading real. I'm confused sitting here. So you can understand for a witness to be, I think Honorable Matthys is right. I've raised this frustration before, and I'm not a witness before you. I'm a member. But the way the evidence leader has been going on, I'm trying to even make sense of which evidence is he leading real. I'm confused sitting here. So you can understand for a witness to be, if I'm confused, what's happening to a witness? So he said wrong things out of what we are all experiencing for 2 hours. And he's being told to respond in a minute. A remark that has been made for 10 minutes. In a minute, he must respond to it. And there's no in-between that tries to save the witness. You know, to sit here and to have white colleagues protecting white witnesses and coming to treat black witnesses the way they are doing, it's unfair. It's not like we're not observing it. Even when they are correct, we're unable to support them because they didn't have the same energy when a white witness was before us here. We shouldn't do that. The witness is frustrated. He has withdrawn. He made a qualifying withdrawal. We're saying he must withdraw unconditionally, which he's going to do. But please, let's not act as if we are all comfortable with the evidence leader. I mean, when it comes to General Phahlane, he has been taking a completely different approach. I don't know what is his interest really. A completely different approach. If you listen to the two advocates and how we flow, when they lead evidence and how the evidence leader comes and turn the whole thing upside down. It's really frustrating. And she's correct, Honorable Mates. General Phahlane is not the first one to raise a frustration about the evidence leader. He's our evidence leader. He's expressing a frustration. He might have used wrong words. But at the end of everything, as he says, I'm being frustrated here because I don't know what I'm dealing with. So we are appealing that a withdrawal must be made unconditionally. And that General Phahlane is too senior to know that he must have the necessary temperament when he deals with matters of this nature. That at times you will be provoked to stretch your limit so that you can be projected as an unreasonable person. And at that level, at all material times, you act with restraint. And that's what we expected of a general. Thanks, Chair.
Chair, I unconditionally withdraw the comment and apologize to the honorable members of this House. Thank you, Chair.
Profusely apologize to the honorable members of this House and the Senior Counsel.
I unconditionally withdraw and apologize to the honorable members of this committee and the evidence leader.
Thank you so much, General Phahlane. We are going to do this. And thanks very much for that apology. Honorable members, there have been lapses on the part of the evidence leader and the witness. And these lapses are not lapses that we observe today. From the first day when the witness came before us, there have been lapses that members have observed and spoken out against those lapses. And you might have seen that even when we started today, we had to manage the similar intentions between the parties until at least we reach a point where the presentation of evidence has been concluded. It has not been a good day to us because our bubble always bested in the last minute of when we were still in, we had a moment here with Mr. Paul O'Sullivan and the bubble just busted suddenly. And now when General Phahlane and the evidence leader were supposed to be making their last statements, the bubble busted again. We accept that no human being is infallible. We are liable to make mistakes, and we accept the unconditional apology that you have made here, General Phahlane. When you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you are being suffocated and you are crying out for help and it does not seem to be coming, you may end up kicking with your legs. And when you kick with your legs, you may end up hitting even the unintended or things that you happen inadvertently. So we accept that. And Senior Counsel, when we are in moments like this, I always say that you don't become a bad player because you conceded an own goal, or you don't become a bad striker because you missed a penalty. There are many moments where supporters of your team celebrated victories that were achieved because of your commitment to the team. We are moving towards the finishing line, and we have done tremendously well as a committee. There will be those moments where we go through upsets, and we must accept that and dust ourselves and move forward. The last point that I want to make is to, on behalf of this committee and the institution of Parliament, apologize to those people, evidence leader and General Phahlane, whose names might have been mentioned here, because we do not know what inconvenience can be caused on their part. So we must profusely apologize to them, and for them to also know that the statement has been unconditionally withdrawn and is not read into the records of these proceedings. Honorable members, it's now a 16-hour. Honorable Noval.
No clarity, Chair. The legal team has promised to consult, I don't know with who, and come back to us with a response in relation to an incident that has occurred a short while ago, the Paul O'Sullivan matter. So how far is that consultation? Are they still consulting? Because we want to be given an answer today so that we can advise on the way forward.
Chairperson, I thought before we took our lunch, I had said that there are certain people that I need to consult first before I advise the committee. One of them, for instance, is Advocate Arendse, who has been interacting with the witness. We just want to get the facts right, Chairperson, before we give the advice. And we can give the committee something no later than tomorrow in writing.
Okay. Honorable Matthews.